Hello and welcome to another P-Dot Ventures video. We're here with another, scrap and bottle run. It's been a little bit since our last video, but we're getting back into it. It's actually been a little bit since I've gone on a run. Just been busy the last couple weeks with some other stuff. But we have gotten a decent little abundance of subscribers. And, comments and likes, which is very much appreciated. Don't be afraid to comment if you have any questions. I'm super responsive on the channel. But same old, similar area as last time. Pretty much the same. And we're heading into it. Still haven't really fixed the angle of the camera or the lighting, but it is a little bright out tonight. Looks like nada. If this is your first time tuning in, you don't know what this is about. Of course, we're out here getting a deposit for alcohol, beverage containment units, cans, bottles, plus any scrap we might find along the way or any interesting items. There's a Diet Coke. I thought it was a beer for a second. As always, we're trying to get up to that at least 20 bucks an hour mark, which we usually hit. A lot of the times we do go over, but I do find when I'm recording I'm a little slower when I'm trying to keep the camera steady and kind of pointed at what I'm doing. And trying to keep a cohesive train of thought while doing it. So I am a little bit slower with the camera. But if it doesn't pick up here in the next couple, we'll probably just cut till we find a nice little stash. Or at least something. What do we got? It's a bottle. Sparkling apple peach cider. Unfortunately, it's not what we're looking for. Oh, it's cobwebs. Looks clear. Usually we'd have a couple by now. This isn't like the biggest hot spot, but usually a good warm up. Not seeing anything. People not partying? I don't know what statistically speaking, if people are drinking more nowadays or less. Seems to be consistent. Well, 2 bottles in a can. 40 cents for the bottles. 10 cents on the can. Of course, big bottles. I forget the exact milliliters that they have to be, but the bigger bottles fetch 20 cents, smaller 10. I'll just write 1. Kind of terrible, but it is what it is. 1 can. I usually do find just 1 can in that bin, but they usually, like I said, do have a couple bottles. got something. Up to 2 with that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 11, 12, bring us up to 12, 13, 14, 15, 'These beer bottles to the side. We'll inspect for more. $1.60 right there. Make a move from the 1 to a 16 looks a little bit more impressive in my books. I know some people have asked, why do I write down the can count? And I think I've explained it. You do have to tell them how many cans you have when you bring them in. So what I do is just count them as I go. That way you can just have bags of whatever amount. It saves a bit of time in the end instead of having to recount them the next day. Looks clear. But we're up to what, like $2, 10 cents? Like I said, I'd probably be going a lot faster if I wasn't filming. But we'll get to the end of this section. Recording, filming, whatever you want to call it. Nice little bottle here. I know some people do this, you know, a lot of different ways. Some people don't go for bottles just because they're heavier. I do have the luxury of the cart, which makes it a bit easier. But if you're just kind of Santa Claus in the bag, bottles might be, you know, a little bit off limits. What is this? Yeah, this is alcohol. You never know. Sometimes there's a lot of bottles that look like, you know, alcohol, but are virgin olive oil. Oh, wrong side. But stuff like that. That one definitely was bordering that line. Like I said, though, we'll finish up this little section. Couple of houses left. Boxes, I should say. Looks clear. That's like the equivalent of like olive oil for the liquor is like energy drinks for cans. You know, they got that edgy look to them like a lot of liquors do. Or I guess, you know, canned liquor. Some like open food in there. Don't want to go digging too deep. No raccooning. Check this last one out. I'll come back when we maybe find a little bit more. It's not usually a popping spot. But like I said, we'll come back when we've found a bit more. And we're back at what is usually a hot spot. Picked up a fan on the way. We're up to 48 cans. I did see a bit of scrap over there, but I know there's some cans here. Just gonna make a bit of a mess, clean it up after. 5. It's 55 in a wine bottle. Get that 55 down before I forget. I don't know if you saw that, what is it? Mike's Hard Purple Freeze. I usually like grape things, but that sounds like it could be kind of good. It does indeed. Let me know if you've tried it. There's another one. 56. I'm gonna do this burger box. Nope. Come on, get in there. Alright, that's 56. Should have just looked a little bit harder, but it is what it is. I got lots of paper space. 56. Terrible writing. 7. Oh, there's like a chair over there. I think I mentioned that. We'll get her after. 58, 59, come on, one more, hidden in there, 59, still, 60, beauty. That's the only can right there. Beauty. Oh, cough up a lung. A bit of a cold. 60. Beauty. We will grab this chair while I got a moment. There's fine, I'm not too worried about it. It's when I start getting like lawnmowers and barbecues that it gets a little nutso. 61. It's probably a terrible angle. Stuff is just flying. I think this is it. 61. A lot of like a lot of single drinkers. Oh, 62. Gives me hope for this bin. Which has been squanched. But overall it's pretty good. Little ways back there was just a couple garbage bags and like a hot spot and then just a pile of cat litter. Someone just dumped their cat litter. You're like, nah, why put it in a bag? Why deal with that? Just dump it where the garbage goes. But a half decent spot. Not the biggest hit that I've had here in terms of scrap and or bottles, cans, but still half decent. Around here is where that like crazy dude was. I don't know if he was crazy, he just seemed a little off. And it was late at night, and he was like approaching me. I think that was either last episode or the episode before that. Not always some down this kind of side street, but I check it out. It's a nice little break. It's by the water, you know. Usually a nice little breeze, like right now. Like right now, indeed. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 cans in every single one of these like recycling bins, but it's just very hit or miss. Here's a Twisted Tea or two. What were you at? 62? Yeah. 65. It's all the yellow I see. Plastic bottle. Favorite kind. I think that is it. Not the most poppin' night so far, but half decent. I do slow down exponentially with the camera out, probably twice as slow as twice the speed, I guess, of my usual. 66. 67. You know, I'll take them, but I hate having to write down, you know, like intervals of 2 at a time. It's the worst. I'll do a time check once I get up here in terms of how long we've been out in comparison to what we've made. Also in the in future videos, like I said, we'll improve lighting and the angle and such, but is there any parts of the process you might want to see if possible? Maybe like the kind of sorting of cans and bottles, more stuff like that, you know, other stuff we can kind of be doing in the scrap and bottling videos, if there's any other parts of the process. I believe that's 68. 69. Yo boy. Bit of a mess, but we'll clean it up after. Big mess. I think that might be it. 69. But like I said, intervals of 2. 2 drinkers. pretty much covers her. Oh, it's like a hair stuck to me. Perfect. Can barely get a grip on the pen. I think I got it off. 69. And we're on the move. Do a spin around. So yeah, like I said, we're a little bit behind. We're probably at about $10. It's been, 40-ish minutes. Well, like I said, I have been slacking a bit with the camera. But, we're keeping progress. Probably speed up a little bit here once I shut the camera off. We were just showing this little run through once again. And, yeah, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, we are pretty much just cruising back. We are up to, I believe it was like 147 in cans. And we got quite a lot of bottles. Probably an hour and 15 minutes. So, like I said, we're a little behind on the 20 an hour mark. But I'd say at least in terms of bottles and cans, but we maybe $1 and scrap. Not too much, if anything. Check this out. There's a couple bins on the way back. We mostly just cruiser though. I usually would just be on the bike riding back, but we'll just kind of recap and end the video in case I don't go out for a second round. But, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I try to do this as often as possible, as well as many other side hustles. What we got here? Maple syrup. A bottle. So we got quite a lot of bottles. Kind of running out of room in terms of cans. I had to kind of crush it down, re-angle it at one point. But yeah, like I said, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any ideas or questions about the process or the videos, or any ideas to improve or other kind of segments, I guess, to the videos, let me know. Other than that, like I said, this is pretty much the end of the video. As we head back, we'll check this last bin and then we'll wrap up here. But I do many other videos on the channel, reviews here and there of some random stuff on like Amazon. I'll probably have like an affiliate side hustle set up at some point. Lots of ideas for the channel, lots of different side hustles, and of course, wanted to have some series. I don't know if that's how you would series I for the channel. And this is definitely a fun one. Something I usually am doing anyway. So why not record it? But otherwise, like I said, I'm just heading back now. Pretty half decent haul. Could have been a little quicker. Usually am. And we usually kind of head into a little extra side street, but it's kind of, we're calling her quits for tonight. Possibly, anyway. We might come back out. But like I said, make sure to check out the other videos, and thanks for watching. Peace.